Unless it's private property, of course. In that case, we refrain. Delivering justice politely to each town. And wearing lots of leather, but always matching brown with brown. Well, we rode into Johnson City late one day. The townspeople were in a frantic state of hey. Little Miss Johnson said, Bad Bart has just robbed our bank. Look at him, ma'am. I says, by the way, my wife baked you this cake. Congratulations on your daughter's wedding. I sincerely wish them the best. With a well-mannered riders, we ride on the open plain. Unless it's private property, of course. In that case, we refrain. Delivering justice in a polite way to each town. And wearing lots of leather, but always matching brown with brown. Then I shouted, let's ride, boys! After you.
No, after you. After you. No, are you sure? Okay.
We rode out west to the town of El Paso. We all rode to the beat of our favorite whistling tune. And we found Bart's horse, double parked outside the local saloon. We stepped into the parlor, accompanied by a hush. Hush. We moseyed to the bar. I ordered up a round of orange crush. I don't drink while I'm on the job, nor do I allow the men to. Bad Bart was in the corner, no coaster for his drink.
No, but that's gonna leave a ring. That's gonna leave a ring.
So I shot him down before he could blink. And I cleaned up the mess appropriately. And I tipped the waitstaff rather well, 35%. Held the door open for an old lady. Turns out we had a lot in common. She knew my grandma from knitting circle. Yeah, small world.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, cause we're the well-mannered riders. We ride on the open plain. Unless it's private property. In that case, we refrain. Delivering justice in a polite way to each town. And wearing lots of leather, but always matching brown with brown.
Alright, we can get started. Yeah, this is a great song. So yeah, you can probably tell we're playing a Western themed game. And deliver some justice. Politely, of course. And come on, start up for me. I alt tabbed and apparently it didn't like that, so we are going to restart it. It's my own fault. I tried to be sneaky, like Shiara suggested, and not show the game in the Twitch stream. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Oh yeah, now it's been chat. Hopefully this time alt tabbing won't screw me up. Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. Never played it, but looking forward to it. It's got kind of a Borderlands look going on. Everything's kind of cel-shaded, but with the heavy comic outlines around everything. I'll go back to the Nuggets.
Easy, boy.
Those are some very bad manners from that car.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Silas Greaves arrived in Abilene, 1910, claiming he'd ridden with Billy the Kid as a young man.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs.
Stinking Springs?
I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Look at these weird borders around the screen. Freaks me out. What's up, cow? Oh, to shoot the current objective. Return to the hideout.
You heard Pat. We need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
It's not polite, but sometimes you just gotta.
Who's that? Is he with us? You can't hide.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Fire at will. Spread out, goddammit. Come on, they're coming from the rear.
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Hey, we have one behind us.
Yeehaw.
Stay on it. Cover fire. Tell him.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kids' apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Ow, that wasn't very polite.
Get out here!
Die!
You'll die for this, you hear me?
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky.
Just showed up, leveled up. Have one skill point to spend. Gunslinger, ranger, trapper, long distance sharpshooter, dual wielding desperado, close quarters fighter. Which one has the most manners?
Watch out! He's one of them! God damn it, he's right behind us!
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut
Send
off.
these some bitches running! You think you can kill me too?
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Oh god. You can avoid lethal shots only when you're sensitive.
Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Avoid the bullet using X dodge left. Okay, that's kinda cool.
You see that?
Too bad he couldn't do it.
I'll do you myself!
Yeah, I don't want to shoot a chicken. Chickens have very good manners.
I'm putting you down.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
I've got this.
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Those sod busters. Ow.
Where'd he come from?
You can run, but you can't hide forever.
Done with you.
Fight your way to the rear entrance of the farmhouse.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back
back
door!
door! We got
We'll
you
cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots.
Truth be told,
He's in
things
the
weren't
window.
much better behind the house.
Watch your flank.
Oh,
Shoot that bastard.
I cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
He can't take us all on.
Had enough?
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
jerks.
I'm putting you down.
Oh, I didn't see that guy.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that,
You'll
I
all
was
be
inside,
dead, you bastards.
none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave,
Track.
Yeah, he's so dirty.
You ain't going nowhere.
and upstairs I found Billy
How
and
about
Charlie
that?
Baldry.
Huh? You like that?
Be to show the nuggets. As in, nuggets of truth. Yeah. Stinking Springs. Yeah, it looks like it's just information stuff that you collect.
Billy
Oh,
looked at me and said, "About time, amigo! Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Damn him!
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
I think I got one. Where the hell Garrett get to? He's missing one leg.
That's when Charlie got hit.
No, no, Charlie!
"They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted
That
Billy.
was very
"Get to the other
bad
side."
manners.
Good goddamn shot! I think I winged him!
bastard!
Keep forgetting to use that, should use it now. Pushing out like a reload right in the middle of it. Ah! Way to plan badly, yeah.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention.
Oh God.
He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Go for it! Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Gonna clutch you, boy!
Right. Making my way past the passel of fallen foes.
That's it for you! Stop standing next to dynamite!
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
Can't hear you!
Finally,
Blow in
I
the
had the
barrels.
stables within my reach.
What's up, chickens? How you guys doing? Just chilling? Just doing your thing? That's cool. Can I get an egg? Kinda hungry.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Ham-handed.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Keep your enemies in focus using the mouse. Press space to move.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that penny dreadful said? No, boy, that ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Alright, let me pause it real quick. So stream quality the video quality is bad. Let me take a look. Did it get better or is... Alright, let me pause it.